One of my favorite parts of senior speeches, whether it is out there in the crowd or here working with the seniors directly, is learning something more about their lives. Learning something about their lives more than just being faces in the hall, more than just being students learning and asking questions in class or talking too much in class sometimes. I do not know Esther well, and it is wonderful to hear more about her life and her path from Rwanda to here at NYA. I know our next speaker a little bit better. He's often tinkering and working in the innovation lab when I arrive at my office. He routinely asks questions about computers and technology issues, some of which make me think I should stick to teaching history. We talk about his work for his dad, or whatever project he's currently working on that currently has his attention. When I stop to think about it, Evan Davis is always busy working with projects, but those projects are often for someone else. Many of us know Evan the student, the computer guy, the robotics club guy, but like Esther, we do not know the whole story. In a few hours, we head to holiday break, a season of giving and helping those in need, and in the spirit of holiday families and thinking of others, Evan is going to give us some insight into what motivates him each day and sort of the personal reasons behind a lot of those varied projects that we all see him working on. Evan?
Thank you, Mr. Gagne, for that synoptic introduction. In 5th grade, my biggest aspiration was to run the stage lights for my school in New Gloucester. The drama after-school activity started in December, and on the first day, I was nervous. After school, students line up in their classrooms by bus group. First bus group, second bus group, third bus group, and after-school activity. While waiting to be dismissed over the intercom, I asked my teacher what the best way to achieve my goal was. She suggested that I ask to understudy for the lights. That year, I ended up running the lights by myself. The previous student taught me how the system worked, how to get it up and running, and overall, how to run the show. Then the person I was understudying stopped showing up to practice, and I was left to run the lights by myself. I've been hooked ever since. I enjoy running stage lights because it allows me to support the actors on stage without having to be in the spotlight myself. The feeling of a single light rising on an actor at the beginning of a scene is exhilarating. In that moment, it's all about that person and what their character has to say. I feel a certain pride helping people, helping someone else explore their passion and achieve their goal. Stage lighting isn't the only opportunity I get to help others out. When I was younger, my parents gave my sister and I a desktop computer to share. I explored a lot of technologies on that machine, learning how to host Minecraft servers, exploring website design, locking my sister out of her account. It currently posts a VPN service which allows me to remotely access the computers in my house. I took a fascination with computer technology and have experimented with many different operating systems and applications. Through self-guided exploration, I've gained a general knowledge about most types of software. This, combined with problem-solving skills, allows me to figure out how to solve most of my computer problems. Helping solve other people's problems was just the next logical step. Through helping others, we instill trust in them, which can be drawn upon later. In my experience, people are more likely to turn around and help you if you first aid them. It doesn't have to be with computers, it can be anything. Small assistance on homework, carrying of bags, anything where you put your time and effort into someone else's life. One day, when you need support, they'll be that much more willing to aid you. They'll remember all the times you assisted them and be delighted to help you. As student backstage manager for NYA Drama Productions, I've needed to gain the trust of many people in order to fulfill my responsibilities effectively. Among them is drama director, Ms. Graners. She assists me, or rather I assist her, in facilitating the design and construction of sets and lighting. Another important group is the maintenance department, that is, Mr. King and his crew. They help me refocus lights 3 times a year, move wooden set pieces in and out of storage, and put on several quality performances. I consider help from these people like favors from a friend, and like favors from a friend, they go both ways. So for each time I ask for their help, I make sure to help them in some way as well. That means running the projector for Miss Cranis during the Make-A-Wish concert, or helping Todd patch the driveway on the last day of school. My time and effort equals their time and effort. In English class this year, I was asked what my worldview was. I'm only 18, but apparently that's something you have to have figured out by now. So I wrote, my worldview is shaped out of a kindness for and a desire to help others. These values I came up with were influenced by the Golden Rule. Wikipedia has a pretty healthy page about this, but in general, you can recite it as treat others the way you want to be treated. Most middle schoolers in the US know this saying by heart, like it or not. From a young age, this mantra was drilled into the heads of me and my peers, so naturally, I took it to heart. If everyone is in unison about this virtue, then it must be substantial, or that's what my young mind thought. Kindness is the main part of the Golden Rule. While not explicitly written, it's implied. Who wants to be treated horribly? No one. Everyone wants to be nice. Everyone wants people to be nice and kind to them. Kindness can mean many things. It can mean having a close relationship with someone. People are the most kind to their close friends. Yet kindness doesn't mean being best friends with everyone. Sometimes it just means holding open a door or picking up someone's dropped book. It can be as simple as saying good morning as you pass someone in the hallway. Kindness is a thing that I carry everywhere I go. From my house to school, Maine to Florida, kindness is always with me. Through acts of kindness, I hope to inspire in others a similar generosity. Simon Sinek is an unshakable optimist and a motivational speaker. Sinek has talked about how a hormone called oxytocin is associated with and facilitates social bonding. He explains that oxytocin is not only released in the person doing an act of kindness and the person receiving an act of kindness, but also the people witnessing an act of kindness. This increased level of oxytocin stays with people for long periods of time and may push them to do their own acts of kindness. In this way, nature has designed a method for incentivizing collaboration and assistance among humans. Despite my interest in computers and stage lighting, I've come to realize that technology has facilitated a way out of this incentive. Technology has allowed us to replace the long-term levels of oxytocin with the short-term levels of dopamine, a chemical you can get by receiving text or Snapchat messages. I want to live in a place where everyone wants to help one another instead of sticking to their own small world, where we prefer face-to-face interactions over long-distance communications. I understand that we are all busy, but the time we take out of our own day to help others is the most valuable gift we can give.